All right. Welcome back to the Washed Athlete Podcast. This is episode number 14. And as you've just heard, that was Justin's lightsaber. So we wanted to wish everybody a happy May the 4th be with you. And yeah, it's been a while. We've all had finals, trying to get through the end of our sophomore year of college. And I'm sure everybody has a lot of thoughts because we have had not only the end of college, or I guess the end of college for the sophomore year, but everybody has been busy with a lot of different things. So just to kind of get it started, myself, Andres, and Raj, we are now technically kind of homeowners. We're renting a house here in Oakland. And there's a lot of stuff that I didn't realize that you had to do being a homeowner. So, Andres, Raj, do either of you two want to kind of talk about the crazy crap we've had to deal with so far?
So, let's get started with the fact we didn't have power until Monday. That's the first thing. Then, we just got Wi-Fi, which is why we were recording today. But the Wi-Fi is not the biggest of the issues. There's also, you'll find some small issues here and there once you get into a house and, start, noticing all the little details about how, some of our outlets aren't three-pronged. Or exactly. how the former tenants decided to leave the place not to high quality a standard, not to slander them, but
yeah,
it was not good.
Or the fact that they left a TV here and the garbage company doesn't take TVs, so now we just have a broken TV because they left it outside, and all the kids coming back home just beat the crap out of it, so now it's just shattered.
Exactly. I remember leaving the house the next day, going to the car, and looking at the TV, I'm like, damn, that was fast. It's already
done.
But then, I mean, besides that, the harder stuff, moving out of Forbes Craig was, it wasn't too bad. I mean, besides the 12 trips I had to take back and forth, whatever. It's normal. I have a pretty small trunk size, so, oh well. But then, the real adventure starts getting furniture for the room, and everything along with it.
Yep.
Shout out Costco, please sponsor us. The Simmons mattress we got, I'm plugging the Simmons mattress. It is the best mattress I have had in, compared to, mattresses in dorms. They're amazing. I'll give it that.
It's a cloud. It's legit a cloud.
All three of us have the same mattress, and we all love it.
Yep.
And, Andres, you want to take over our IKEA adventure?
Yeah, so currently in my room, just mattress, no bed frame, so yeah, that's how I'm living right now, because we took a field trip to IKEA, and we were looking for bed frames. I found two that I wanted, and they didn't have either of them, so I really just couldn't get anything. I talked to, the workers there. They said that they're going to get, the ones I wanted in, a month, so I'm going to be kind of just, living just no bed frame, just the mattress. Currently don't have furniture yet, but started ordering some stuff. Got a desk coming in. Then I'm going to order a little dresser. And, owning a house it's fun, but it is a process, I will say, because for day one, no power. We're waiting on that. We've got electricity, so that was nice. After that, then it was getting Wi-Fi. We finally just got that, and here we are now recording. It's slowly but surely all coming together. We're still unpacking, but yeah, we're gonna have a nice setup soon. But yeah, owning a house or living in a house it's something. It's a new experience for all of us, no question.
It's once you get the podcast going, it really that means the house is coming together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's that stepping stone where it's the first podcast in the house, it's now not a house, it's a home. Now we can go home from there.
Exactly.
And the one thing I've learned about actually having a house now, I feel like every college student honestly should go through this process. It's a great learning experience.
It teaches you how to be an adult. It really
does.
Yeah. It's a coming of age kind of thing.
I guess I will be really the only person here who doesn't end up living on their own in some capacity over these next couple of years. But
you're living for free inside towers.
Exactly.
I wouldn't complain.
See, that's where I get you guys. I don't pay any money, so I'll take it. I'll have medical school to go. I'll go have medical school to learn how to do that kind of stuff. But for now, I will just watch you guys have no power, have to get Wi-Fi, and order tons of furniture, and I'll just walk it.
What's that? What's that? Right
Sorry. What's this?
For all of my audio listeners, I apologize. I'm pointing directly to the light that is on currently.
Yeah.
Don't you slander this house anymore. We finally
Furniture,
got our light back from
lights.
Duquesne.
Xbox.
You guys
Yes.
you guys are like proud little kids getting your lights turned on.
Exactly. We're so
Listen,
proud.
it's the little things. Let us
little
have
things.
this win.
It is the little things.
You take a lot for granted, I will say. You do take
Yeah.
a lot for granted living in dorms. It's like, yeah, just go in, put the light on, you got water, you got this, you got that, and
Throw in a maintenance request if something needs to be done.
yeah, just
Exactly.
have someone come by, they'll figure it out.
Now we got to hit up our landlord.
Yeah, exactly. Now we gotta talk to our landlord. It's so much fun. So much fun.
Overlord George.
Yeah, no, the other day for me, I had my the bathroom light switch is also connected to the fan, so I went to use the restroom and tried to turn off the light, and for whatever reason, it wouldn't turn off. So I had to call up my landlord and be like, "Yo, something's not right here." So he had to come in and just go ahead and go ahead and fix all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I would right there with you guys. I feel this struggle.
Exactly. Oh,
Well, listen,
another weird thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to
Yeah,
cut you off.
go ahead.
Because we're talking about the little things that are weird. So our door, it locks with the deadbolt, but the issue is when you try and open the deadbolt from the inside, sometimes it just doesn't work. So you'll flip it, it will be unlocked. You'll try and open the door, it doesn't move, and then you look at the deadbolt and it's still in. It's still there, still locked. So it's I guess we just have to make sure we don't lock ourselves in our house.
Yes.
Which is
and let's not forget about my window, where, normally when you open a window, it's the bottom thing, you're pulling it up. Yeah, for me, as soon as I press the two unlocks on the top of the bottom window, the top window just falls down.
Yeah, the one that's behind that shouldn't move at all just slides down.
It seems like a very Forbes Craig-esque house.
Listen,
How dare
do
you
not
compare this to
slander our
Forbes
house.
Craig? How dare
Never.
you? We have a
do that
backyard.
We do have a backyard.
We have a fire pit.
We do have a fire pit.
We also have a kitchen that's not
awesome.
the size of a closet.
Yeah, we have a nice.
It is small, but it.
Yeah, your
it's not
kitchen
the size of a
is small, but it is not
is
as
small.
small as the kitchen in Forbes Craig.
Exactly.
So you guys will take that.
We'll
You
take
got your
that.
steps to the basement are extremely narrow, and
They are.
Yes. And going upstairs.
and hazardous.
Yes, going upstairs, I have slammed my head on the ceiling because it's very low multiple times already.
Nice.
Jacob, you're going to have a lot of issues. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah.
We're going to have to put a
guys.
sign up. Yeah.
Sucks
Short
for y'all.
kings really are.
No, I was
just
gonna
tough.
say. No, I was gonna say. Me, Raj and I aren't as tall as Peter, but even still, we gotta mind our head.
Yeah, it's
that thing is
crazy.
low.
For the first time in forever.
Yeah, it's a first, but
It really is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But we like our house.
yeah,
We like it.
It's a nice place. Has a lot of potential. We're gonna make it something.
A lot
nice.
of potential. A lot of potential.
You guys are gonna
Like-
make it feel like home, and you're gonna be hosting Jacob and I
Yeah.
Exactly.
over the course of next year.
We're going to get the
Like-
mixer. We're going to get the camera. It's going to be an actual legit podcast. It's going to be so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been moved in for what, 4 to 5 days now? Something like
Yeah,
that?
something like that. We're still
Yeah,
not done
honestly-
unpacking.
We're still not done unpacking stuff. It's coming together. I'll admit, my
It is.
room's since I got lucky and found a bed frame.
Yeah.
I've been able
yeah.
to get my room set up, but the living room's coming together little by little.
Yeah.
The kitchen's coming. Everything's coming together slowly, and I'm kind of happy about the progress we made.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Very
it'll take you
impressive.
guys so much time because it's even the little things that you don't realize you'll want. I don't know, if you want an extra nightstand or table by your bed, then you'll end up ordering that later, or you run out of small things like hangers or storage. And
Yeah, that's true.
you'll
I
slowly.
ran out of hangers.
have you guys gotten a rice cooker?
Not yet.
We looked for them at Costco. They didn't have any.
They didn't have any rice cookers at Costco.
No.
We
it
were
was a
shocked.
shocker.
We were absolutely shocked. We still want to.
Damn.
Okay, look, Costco. We love you. We still want you to sponsor us, but can you get some rice cookers, please?
Yes, please.
Please.
It's okay. This is why we have Alibaba Express.
Alibaba.
Shout out Alibaba.
So, do we want the Costco sponsorship before a potential Taco Bell sponsorship?
Oh, Taco Bell's quick though.
Ah.
That's an easy plug.
Yeah,
But I
Taco
do
Bell.
love-
Taco Bell's the OG. Listen to the only account we follow besides ourselves on
Is Taco Bell
Instagram. So I think we
Can we
have to
follow
ride 'em.
Costco?
Yes,
we can follow
should.
Costco. I'll make it happen.
There we go.
Speaking of Taco Bell, my favorite menu item for me and all my Indian friends are coming back in about 2 weeks. The Mexican pizza taco. Trust me, it's the best thing ever.
Why is it the Indian fan favorite?
Because literally every Indian is like circling that day on their calendar because everyone gets that.
But you did not answer the question. Why is it specifically?
I wish I knew why Indians love it so much.
I am so glad that we have video for this, so that way people know you are Indian. Because this would be so bad.
They can't tell I'm Indian based off my name.
Stop. Oh my god.
That
you could have gotten your
sounds
like a long time ago.
Yeah, but anyway, Andres, what were you saying? Let's move on, please.
A pizza taco?
Yeah, no, it's good. Trust me. Hear me out. So the bottom layer is like a crispy like tortilla, and then they fill the bottom layer with like beans, sauce, and like chicken, and then on the top layer, it's sauce and cheese on top of it.
Isn't that like a tostada? Isn't that just what that is?
Kinda. It's like a layer tostada, but they call it a Mexican pizza taco.
Okay. Also, I need to say, Taco Bell, if you are listening, I don't like you, and you need to redeem yourself, okay?
Mute him.
Wait, hold on.
No.
Are you talking about like a past experience? Or you're talking about a recent experience?
Past experience. Taco Bell.
Yeah, no, stop, get out of here. I think we're all in agreement here that Taco Bell is legit.
No,
awesome.
I don't like it. It needs to redeem itself.
Your complaint is about
send me something that's good, and then I'll like you again. But as of right now, I don't like you. Okay, redeem yourself.
Simply just don't get the beef, because if you have a problem with the beef, just get the chicken. It's really not that
I like
hard.
beef in my tacos, and that's how tacos are. You know.
Well, how long ago was this when the beef was fuzzy? You said
fuzzy.
Well,
yeah.
No, the beef's always fuzzy. But
wait, whoa.
The beef is always fuzzy?
It has like a weird texture to it, but that wasn't what was the bad experience. My go-to was the loaded potato griller, and when I got it, the chips it took them like 30 minutes to get it, whatever. They went down to the basement. I don't know what's down there. The chips were stale. The potatoes just did not taste good. Me and my dad, we were both like, no, we're not having Taco Bell again. And I tried it since, and did not have a good experience. So
y'all need to be more open-minded.
Yeah.
Taco
Bell's amazing.
No. I went to Taco Bell. I'd go to Taco Bell I'd go like every week. I loved it. It was my favorite fast food place. That was a terrible experience. It was awful. I've tried it since. Didn't like it. You gotta redeem yourself, Taco Bell. Maybe I'll have it soon. I'll give you a second chance or fifth chance, whatever. I'll give you another chance, but don't let me down.
He's tripping.
Nope, I'm not tripping. If I had a
bad
bad experience, I had a bad
for us. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, Andres does not represent
also,
the masses of the pod.
I think I might have the edge on you guys in terms of my opinion being valid on Hispanic food.
I mean, Taco Bell is not Hispanic food. We are making this very clear.
If Raj can talk about, if Raj can speak for all Indians on behalf of the Mexican pizza taco, then I'm entitled as a white person to talk about Taco Bell food.
Also, let's get one thing straight. Taco Bell has never claimed once to be authentic at all. It is garbage tier food, and it is so good. Okay,
so
exactly.
That is exactly what its role is. It is never authentic.
We can go soon.
Taco Bell, I love you.
On the record, I'm saying this now. On the record, I will give it another chance, and I will have it in front of you guys, and we'll see how it is. I'm giving.
All right, we might be putting up some kind of Instagram video, something going on. Yeah. Maybe when we get back in Oakland together. I'm the missing piece right now, so
I'm picking your menu item, Andres.
What would you?
We'll see about that. As of right now, Taco Bell, I don't like you, but I'm giving you a chance.
What were you gonna say, Jacob?
What would you pick for Andres?
So since he likes the beef, or beef or steak, he can go with either. I'll get him a beef or steak chalupa. He can get whatever sauce or condiments he wants on top of it. And have you tried the nacho fries?
No, I haven't tried those.
The nacho fries, they're so simple, but they're gas.
Okay.
Oh, so on that topic of nacho fries, so I know basically what they are. They're basically just like fries with like that seasoning on it, whatever.
Yeah.
So I am transitioning this into our tier list that we had this week because I got slandered for all my takes. The only one that I really will die on this hill, is the Doritos that I had in S tier. They are the taco flavored Doritos. I have had them one time. I don't know where it was, in like middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, where I found these things, and they taste like the old El Paso taco seasoning that I know everybody knows because of the yellow packet. It has like the red lettering, whatever.
Iconic,
so iconic. It's like that, but better flavor. And it's not the normal Dorito chip. It's like an actual tortilla chip.
Found it.
They are so good.
Found it.
That good. Like it's only a one-time thing. So your top S tier.
Wait, say that again?
I said they had to have been like really good.
Yes. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
If you had them one time, they're top of your S tier.
They're
Seven-
I don't know.
$7.40 for a bag?
Yeah, because they're like throwback. They like don't actually like make them in mass quantity. They're like, yeah, they're like legit.
All right, we'll try that because that sounds good. I love El Paso taco seasoning, so definitely.
I don't know if we're trying it for $7.40 a bag.
Yeah, $7.40 bags expensive. I
Get
got
one or
that
two
for like
bags.
$2 at like a gas station in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these big bags, 9.5 ounce bag, $7. Like, ugh.
Going back to fast food for a little bit, I had McDonald's about 2 days before my marathon, and it was the worst McDonald's experience I've ever had. So this was about like, okay, Sunday, Saturday, so Friday. This is Friday. I need some dinner. So whatever, I'm going to McDonald's with a couple of friends, and they were so slow. I've never seen a McDonald's so poorly operated. And I got like fries and nuggets, and they just like were pretty much asking people at checkout, like when you got there with your mobile order, what you ordered. And I was like, what was the point of placing my order?
What?
It was the worst, and all the workers, like I hate to slander workers because I know they tried, but like respectfully, like they just weren't taking their job seriously at all. They were like meandering around, like just saying how they wanted to get off shift and how busy it was, which it was like busy, but like they could have taken care of me in 5 seconds. At one point, the lady asked me what I got. Told her, like, I got all these fries, got these nuggets. She took care of the fries. She gave me the bag of fries. Then she asked me what else I got. Like, all right, I got a 20-piece nugget and a 6-piece nugget. Then she went and asked someone else what they got, forgot about me, then came back to me 15 minutes later and was laughing. Was like, oh, sorry, I forgot what you ordered. Can you just tell me again?
Way.
And I was like, what do you... Like, I was like, the nuggets are going to take 10 seconds for you to go get. I was in there for about, like, 40 minutes, and if you're listening, which you always listen to the podcast, he was there with me, and he'll know. It was just like, we were talking about how we hate talking bad about like workers because they genuinely they're underpaid, and like that's not the great conditions, especially at, like McDonald's, but like it was so aggravating, and it was already late, and I was literally like, are they gonna close before I get my food? Because it was like close to closing time at that point, and it was the worst. But the McDonald's was good.
I have
Okay.
Sounds like Popeye's service right there.
Yeah, actually, I have the complete opposite opinion, especially the Chipotle on Forbes and the.
Just going right for their throat. I wasn't even calling out the McDonald's.
Chipotle on Forbes and Popeyes, basically any Popeyes, had the worst service ever. I swear, especially at Popeyes, they don't want your service.
They don't care.
They don't. Like, I really genuinely feel like they don't care for your service. They really do just like drag their feet with absolutely everything. The food is really good. I do have to give them their food is amazing, but the service is always so bad. I remember back home, there's always one Popeyes on this one street called General de Gaulle, and I'll try every time we drive by. Not only is the entire parking lot filled, it's actually going out into the street, and there's an intersection close by. So if it can be pretty dangerous. So I love Popeyes for the food, but the service is awful. And then Chipotle on Forbes, I'll do a mobile order there, and I'll have waited. I want to say my longest time is over an hour. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
it's awful. Food,
Yeah, it's
no good.
Speaking of Popeyes, though, today they just released a new spicy chicken sandwich called the Buffalo Ranch Chicken Sandwich, and it's $4.99 limited time offer. So I got to try that out because I love Popeyes. You have the best chicken sandwich, so I'm trying that out.
You guys got to bring.
We have free delivery with Grubhub.
And is Popeyes included on that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're trying that then.
Well, that's lunch tomorrow. There you go.
y'all are waiting until I get back, and then we're Popeyes.
because that sounds so good, and especially Popeye's chicken sandwiches.
Wait, Justin, did you hear that right? They said buffalo.
No, I'll order something else.
He'll order the chicken tenders.
The chicken tenders, no seasoning, they're fine.
Give me the tendies.
Like
just
a few
salt,
tears
pepper,
will be shed.
and some ketchup on the side, right?
Yeah, pepper gets a little
spicy.
Pepper gets a little bit spicy sometimes, but we'll make do.
Do you think mayo is spicy?
Mayo, disgusting, and don't even talk to me about mayo.
What about this? But this garlic parmesan.
Garlic parmesan is fine.
Okay.
That is an S tier sauce.
Is that B-dubs?
Yes.
Yeah, that is an S tier sauce.
Agreed.
It's a staple of the appetizer sampler.
Indeed.
It's my wing. It's like my go-to wing sauce. I love it.
It is. I'm always impressed that you'll get the garlic parmesan for the appetizer, and then you'll go for it on the wings.
Oh, it's that good. But it
is that good.
No free brand deals. Get that out.
Yeah. We don't do that here.
You're gonna need
Costco can sponsor us. Taco Bell can. Anything can sponsor us, but we can't just be giving shout outs like this. I know a lot of people listen to the pod, so like we don't want to be like don't want to be advertising like that. We will hail to Pitt though. That's what we will do.
Damn right.
We will.
Yeah, Jacob, say it.
Say it, Jacob. On the topic of Pitt, though, Jacob, we had a very interesting NFL draft.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts with the 20th pick in that 2022 NFL draft? The Steelers drafting University of Pittsburgh quarterback number 8, Kenward Pickett.
Kenward, okay.
We just ruined all shots of having him on the pod.
Well,
we love you, Kenny.
No offense to Kenny Pickett specifically. Out of
all offense.
And out of all the quarterbacks in the draft, I would have wanted him the most because I thought he did, although he only had one good year of production, he did play against the best. I guess you could say he played against the best competition, one of the best. Matt Corral had probably played against better competition, just didn't put up the same amount of numbers. But the Steelers clearly need more than a quarterback, and the quarterback class this year wasn't the best. Despite the fact that, all four of you guys are diehard Pitt football fans, you guys all can agree this class was not good. Kenny Pickett would not be like a...
Jacob, are you labeling us diehard serious? Because I'm the farthest thing from a diehard Pitt football fan.
Correction, Peter.
I'll take the mantle.
That's bad.
So, yeah.
I was like, I could care less if the school was good or bad. It's cool when it's good, but I don't really care that much.
Yeah, but
I'll take that mantle.
Anyways, I think that the Steelers needed to either draft an offensive line, maybe a defensive back, and a wide receiver. And although they did get George Pickens in the second round, I'm super happy about that pick.
That dude is an absolute menace. I'm sorry.
He's going to be so good, though.
Dude, he's the dude.
I love the attitude.
It's either that or he's getting 5 felonies before halfway through the season.
Yeah.
No in between.
Like, this dude, during the Georgia Tech game...
God.
George Pickens was from Georgia, so it was kind of a rivalry game, even though Georgia always beats the crap out of Georgia Tech. He just started throwing hands with a defensive back, then grabbed him by the face mask and threw him into a wall. And they were up by 40. Why?
He has
Character,
personality.
Bringing some fire to the team.
There's a clip from
or an ejection
where he shushed. I guess the sideline must have been saying something.
That was Michigan game, yeah.
Yeah. So he shushed the sideline and then went up, blocked the defensive back onto his behind, and then looked back.
He bench pressed him.
And shushed. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I think that the Steelers either should have traded up for one of the premier players at wide receiver, defensive back, or offensive line. And once all those players have been taken, I thought that they should have traded out of the first round. So once they didn't do that and they drafted a quarterback in a class that I think we all can agree isn't the greatest, I wasn't very happy. No offense to Kenny Pickett specifically, despite the fact that I'm notorious for, I guess, being a Kenny Pickett hater. But
you are. Shut up. You literally are a hater. You've admitted to it.
But the Kenny Pickett pick was not something that I was a big fan of.
Jacob, you tried to move the Alabama Cup into frame and we couldn't even see
and it didn't.
Right? Stop acting like that was cool, okay? You are a hater. Admit it.
No.
Look at that juxtaposition with the Pitt hat and then the Bama cup.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that.
Oh, this is a generic Pitt hat. I got this. I want to say sometime around freshman year.
I love how you're justifying why you need to wear a Pitt hat. You're like,
you go to the school. Oh my God.
No, Jacob. Here's the thing, though. If you've noticed, a lot of like Pittsburgh natives, especially, they really like the pick of the hometown kid. Well, hometown.
Well versed in football.
Pitt soccer, cool.
Okay.
Soccer.
You're trying to say that you're not a Kenny hater. You literally just are. I'm sorry.
Well, but I feel like my take isn't wrong, though. I feel like everything I said is within very, like, it's pretty well reasoned.
But then it invalidates it where you say, but no disrespect, I'm not a hater, when you clearly just are.
No, I'll say, I'll call myself a Kenny Pickett hater. Despite that, I'm not, I don't dislike the pick specifically because it's Kenny Pickett. Out of the quarterbacks in this class, I wouldn't have wanted Malik Willis specifically because he didn't have production at the same rate as Kenny Pickett, and he didn't play against level competition. But I also just didn't think that quarterback would be a good pick in that at that spot. So, do you guys think, maybe some people that live in Pittsburgh might be happy because Kenny Pickett, he's not from Pittsburgh, but he went to University of Pittsburgh. He was there for like
6 years, basically.
Yeah. Master's degree in business.
He was forever. So they might be thinking about this. Okay, it's an emotional. They're emotional about it. Objectively, I don't think it's a good pick, and I think objectively, you guys would have to agree with it.
Well, I think objectively, the Giants and the Eagles had a significantly better draft than the Steelers, so you can catch this fat L.
Howie
Super Bowl
Masterclass.
2017 champions.
Welcome AJ Brown.
I would agree with that.
Welcome Trayvon, baby.
Feels good, baby.
Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis.
I love
Cam
Alabama
Jurgens.
football. I love it so much. Evan Neal is the pride and joy of New York now.
The pride and joy of the Meadowlands.
The Meadowlands. The shadows of New York City.
Of New Jersey.
New Jersey. The shadows of New York City, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I thought he was the most versatile offensive lineman, best in pass protection. I mean, he only let up one sack the entire year, and it was actually the last play of the season against Georgia.
Yeah.
Against, I'm pretty sure, Nolan Smith, who was at one point the number one player coming out of high school. So he was a good player. They're both good players, but no, I thought that was a very good pick. I also thought getting Thibodeau was also a very good pick.
Steal. Absolute steal.
Oh, yeah.
Eagles-wise, I mean, Jordan Davis is a freak athlete. He clearly, he's playing nose guard, so he's not going to put up the...
Did you just compliment Jordan Davis?
This is great.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Jordan Davis is not going to... He's a freak athlete. Like, he's very athletic, especially for his size.
The truth
You
comes
called
out.
him fat and slow like 2 weeks ago.
That's just cap. That's got it.
No,
You called
no.
him fat. You literally did.
I think I called him slow, but I definitely called him fat. Because
I definitely called Zion fat, but
Oh, I did too. Yes.
that's very well documented. But I think Jordan Davis, he's playing nose guard, so nose guard's not a position where you're going to be put up a lot of good numbers, but at the same time, he didn't have a lot of production in college, and then got defensive lineman of the year, which I thought was bogus.
Here, listen, Jacob. All I'm going to say is your edge rushers and your linebackers got drafted very high in this draft, and the guy who was in the middle of all that defense, needing a double team every single rush, was Jordan Davis. So he leaves a lot of edge rushers and a lot of linebackers one-on-one.
Jordan Davis made Trayvon Walker. I'm going to say that right now. Yes, he did. That's why he was the number one overall pick. He has all this potential, whatever, because he was one-on-one.
You can't double your edges if you're doubling Jordan Davis, and you pretty much need to double Jordan Davis.
Well, Trayvon Walker also was crazy. Trayvon Walker had 7.5 sacks.
I don't think he was a good number one overall pick. I think that the reason why he got so much hype is look at all this potential, whatever, because there's all this film of him one-on-one.
Yeah. I thought that was a bad pick. I don't think there was overall.
I just think it's one of those picks that sure, if it works out, it looks great, but it could be very likely in 2 years. It was the Jaguars just fumbled a great opportunity because I think Evan Neal is going to be great in the NFL no matter what. So, like, you could have drafted an offensive lineman, which the Jaguars kind of need. I mean, they didn't. It's not like a pressing need, but they could have used one to protect Trevor Lawrence. And it's like they let him go now. If Trayvon Walker is great, if he is a great edge, like a Bosa kind of edge, then obviously the pick is worth it. But they're kind of banking on upside there, where I feel like you had definitely a solid few products.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend too much time on the draft. We can talk about that another time if we want to go into it. But circling back to the initial topic of what we were discussing.
My bad.
How does everyone feel about our sophomore year of college being over?
Learning experience.
Wild.
I feel so old. Like, I feel so old right now. It is ridiculous. Like, what, everyone's here is already 20 years old?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're all 20.
Like, the teens are behind us now. Like, oh, God. Kids are saying, like, yeah, I was born in 2010. It's like, that's not real. Yeah. You're not 10 years old. What are you, like, you're 12 years old now.
That's
like,
crazy.
That's not real.
That's crazy. We're old. But, no, it was our first, like, real year of college, so it's cool to have that under our belt. Like, we really got to get a feel of what college really is, so that was definitely interesting.
Yeah, no, I feel like this year went by crazy fast, especially looking back at it. Like freshman year, I felt like it took a lot longer. But like the fact that this year's already over and we're already in the summer and, we're about to be juniors. I just met you guys like a couple, like, I just met you guys like, freshman year. Well, Justin a little bit earlier than that, but it's absolutely wild. Like the fact that we're on a podcast.
Like that.
The fact that you three have known each other for like less than for about 2 years maybe, and you're living together. Like what?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's nuts.
It's baffling because I feel like I'm super old, but at the same time I feel like I'm like super young.
I just have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. Like I'm 20 years old. I keep writing on my forms that I'm 19. I still think I'm 18. Like, I don't know. 2020 just sticks in my head all the time. Like, it's just 2020.
That's one big year.
It's like, no, Justin, you can't say that anymore. It's 2022. That's like a 2-year time difference.
Exactly.
And for me and Raj coming up, and I don't know about you, Peter, it's like taking my MCAT pretty soon.
I know. Like,
I'm gonna be applying to med school in 1 calendar year.
Yeah.
And suddenly I'm going to be thinking about my next 4 years of my life, moving away.
I'm going to start thinking about paramedic school. Like, it's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be a whole thing now.
And it's just, it goes by super fast. And I don't know. When I entered high school, everyone told me it would go super fast. And I was like, I told them, I was like, no, that's crazy. It's 4 years of your life. It's not going to go by that fast. And then it did go by super fast. High school breezed by, and when I came to college, and everyone told me it was going to go fast, and I said, yeah, like I'm sure it will go fast. But even I could not imagine how fast these 2 years would go by, and it's just crazy to think about it because like junior year is kind of like we don't get any luxury of like you're not adjusting to college anymore, and even this year we could kind of be like it was our first college semester since for our listeners all like our freshman year of college was COVID, so like. We had no in-person classes. Nothing was open. Super strict protocols and everything. So I had a blast still my freshman year of college, but like was not a traditional experience. But now it's like we're juniors. We're supposed to be adjusted to college. We are, like you guys have a house. I'm like very established in what I do on campus. Like research projects I take part of are like much more in depth and stuff. And it's like, it gets crazy, and just like everything you do is just like you take on more responsibility, and I'm like, damn, like it is going to be very short when we're going to be like we're seniors and we're going to be taking grad pictures.
Oh God!
Don't even think about that. Yeah,
we
just gotta day by day. We just gotta live day by day, make the most of what we got.
I'm a future thinker. I think way far in advance.
I'm going to be 60 years old and retiring. I need to be doing this. It's like Justin, that is 35 years from now.
Yeah, naturally we all think for the future, but I've come to the realization time flies by really fast. You just gotta go day by day, and you just gotta live in the moment, even though it's hard to do. Like naturally, always thinking ahead, but just gotta live in the moment where you're at. Like that's what it is.
It's just turned into like a very motivational.
This is really deep. This got deep fast.
Yeah, this is no joke. It's
the Washed Athletes turned into a wholesome and
wholesome
podcast.
motivation. Exactly.
I just can't. I just know. I just feel like I'm 18 consistently.
I know. Yeah.
Just like I don't know. That just marks such like it's like a core memory.
Yeah.
That I haven't been able to like shake is like being 18, and I'm like I always have to reset and be like, no, Justin, you're a couple months older than 20. Like you're going on 21 years old. You're not 18 any longer.
I know, because I feel like it's like that awkward phase where it's like once you turn 18, it's like, oh, like you're an adult, whatever. But then like between 18 and 21, you're kind of just like the same. But just different numbers.
Yeah.
Because once you hit 21, it's like, okay, you're an adult now. Like, period.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, like, get all the responsibilities and everything. But it's like this like awkward phrase. Except for renting cars. Sorry. Yeah. For some reason, we can't rent a car at 21.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like you have like that awkward phrase where it's like, well, you're definitely older than 18, but nothing really changed.
Yep. And like I don't know, I've always been very independent, so I've never really like I've always been able to handle things on my own. But even in senses like I handle more things on my own now as I get older, but I'm still like, but I'm 18.
Exactly.
And I'm like, no, you're just not. Like you need to stop. And I'd come home for this like short period of time, and I'm like, cool, that was my bed. I slept in that bed since I was like 10.
Exactly.
And I'm like, well, I guess I'm a kid again.
No,
and then I'm just like, no. And I go back to college and I live by myself for like 9 months, and I'm like, great.
Yeah. Now, when I've spoken with my mom sometimes, I'll tell her I'm like talking to an adult, and then she'll be like, Jacob, I'm going to say something that blows your mind. You're an adult. And I'm like, Mom, it's different than that. Like, I'm like 20 years old, past 18. But like, when I'm talking to an adult, I'm talking to somebody that's grown. And I'm like, I feel like I'm not, grown at this point. So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's really weird dynamic.
It really is. I mean, hey, but like, I think that's like what college is, though. It's like literally learning how to be an adult, like how to do everything.
That's
literally. So many people are like, always talk about like how like college is definitely a stepping stone for a lot of people, just in career wise. You don't need half the crap you learn in college for your careers, but it is an experience for anyone, even people who are like remotely interested in like maybe they don't know if college is right for them, but like just to go out there,
literally just go
go there for a year, live on your own, meet people. I mean, living in the dorms is the most culture shocking thing you can ever do. Just like living with 40 other freshmen. I mean, we were 20, but like living with 40 other freshmen on your floor and just like
let alone your building.
Experiencing it, learning to live with people, and you know what? If it's not for you, move on. It's completely what Jacob said. Or Jake, if you don't forget, it's completely a like learning how to be an adult and learning to grow up, and it's cool.
Exactly.
It's cool, but it's also super strange because like I'm like I don't know. I'm just like around my parents. I'm like I'm all independent during the year, and then my mom and dad come back, and I'm like, I need everything from you.
Exactly. It's like you go home, and I'm like, oh, what's for dinner?
No, literally
wandering down the stairs.
My parents came in for the marathon, and I was like, Mom, I need you to order dinner. I need food. And then I was like, I would have just done that by myself.
Exactly.
And obviously they were with me, so I need to take them into consideration. But I was like, you need to order the food. We need to go pick it up together.
Exactly.
Which is just super different experience from like the other 9 months I was living by myself. So
like no matter what, you're always going to be a child with your parents. Like no matter how old you are.
That's just how it is. And also,
I'm like, Dad, what should we do here?
Exactly.
Like going like adding to like the freshman thing, like freshman year living in the dorms is like you're never gonna experience something like that again because day one, everyone else in the same boat trying to meet new people. Like you're never gonna experience that anywhere else. Like that's the thing that you can only experience as a freshman in college. Like everyone's in the same boat, don't know anyone, trying to meet new people. That's all it is, and you meet so many people. So I like to think college is just like it's just meeting people. That's like the number one thing. It's just making connections, meeting people, making friends.
Exactly.
That's like the biggest part. I'd say.
Like if I could give any advice, it's talk to any and everybody. You are going to come across every type of human being under the sun. You're going to find people you really like. You're going to find people you absolutely despise. But hey, you're going to learn. Like that's the only way you're going to figure it out. Is like just to talk to everybody. Because, like, I remember still, like, very first day, it was, like, I had my door open.
That was
this was, like, during COVID and everything. So, like, we couldn't, like, really talk to each other, whatever. But I just had my door open, and then one of the guys that was on our floor, I don't think I've talked to him since that day, but he walked by, started talking to him, whatever, and then one more person came over because they heard people talking, and then another, and then another, and then another, and then by the end of it, our entire floor was just talking. It was just like trying to get to know each other. Like, that's the only way you're gonna really learn, like, especially social skills. Like, that's how you learn them, because like no one's gonna be able to teach you that. Like, you can only learn through experience.
And let's not forget, Peter thought I was someone's younger brother.
Okay, until you started talking, all right?
Let us never forget that.
I did. Okay, but you looked very different than you do now.
Yeah.
I would say
That
like,
is
you
true.
looked so much younger back then, and then like I was like, oh, like maybe that's like someone's like cousin or brother or whatever. And then you started talking, and I'm like, oh, that's a college kid. Like, his voice is way too deep, but like he is definitely living here.
The gym works wonders.
The gym works wonders.
It does indeed.
I remember, like it was yesterday, getting a message from Justin being like, "Yo, do you want to potentially like room together freshman year?" And I was thinking to myself, I have no idea really who this guy is. I've like barely talked to him, but like, okay, sure, why not? And then I also remember like vividly us going up to Sutherland to go to the dining hall, which was a terrible idea. Thankfully, us going there, getting some food. Like, that was like literally the very first day of freshman year. So it's just absolutely wild how far we've come.
Yeah, no, and you don't even need to like make friends with like a ton of people if you don't want to. It's just like learning, like Peter said, just like learning to like see other people, meet friends, like learn how to talk to people. Like even like I remember Jacob came into college. I've met other people who were like, Pitt is like not diverse at all. Pitt is like 100 times more diverse than my hometown is. So just like seeing different people of different races and how different people live is like very like an interesting experience, but also that's how like the world is. So like going to like college and seeing that is like for me has been like huge. But it's just like if you don't go out there and like put yourself in that situation, you're never gonna learn. Like if I just sat here in South Jersey and went to college here and whatnot, then I would never have had that experience. So I don't know. I love college. College is everything. I wish it was. I wish it had been. Yeah. So
it's getting sentimental.
I know. And it's weird. Like I transferred into like the new school that my major will be in now. So like all my classes are like a lot more like niche and like focused in now. And I'm like, this is weird. I'm done organic chemistry, which is like,
thank God.
Which is crazy. Like the final grades are being submitted at like 11:59, so in 2 hours, and like. It's it. Like the hardest class that I'm supposed to be taking in college is done.
We're done, yeah. And it's crazy because also Justin and I will probably be at the same school together, depending on what I pick. But
if you two are like actually in the same classes, I'm gonna laugh.
It's hard. It's likely.
Oh, no, I'm gonna play my schedule around Justin's too. If I can.
So good.
Yeah,
well, Raj, I have 8 a.m.s 4 days a week.
Oh, never mind. Enjoy.
Ooh. Yeah,
but I don't really know if I can. I don't really know if you can do anything about that. That's just kind of how the cookie crumbled.
Yikes.
Yeah, Raj, what's like you up tonight too?
Because we woke him up.
Yeah.
Because we woke him up.
Because we woke him up because the Verizon guy was showing up and the router was going in Raj's room, so we needed him to be awake.
Raj, are you playing Xbox right now?
No.
We can hear the controller click. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Just see you like looking up, probably at a stream. As you play Xbox right now.
Oh my god, Destiny 2 has an absolute stranglehold on Raj.
It does.
Like
they came out with some new content, and now I gotta play.
Oh my god.
No, and like I don't know. I feel like the last week of college too, for like it's always just so chaotic with finals and other stuff going on. So like even like we didn't even have like the opportunity to record, and like I didn't see you guys for like 2 weeks during that time. It's like it just ends so quickly. Like suddenly it's a week out from finals, and you're like, holy crap, I need to start studying for finals. So then you start going in like in the well to study, and then the finals week you're just like in exams and studying, and then finally you get out of finals week, you're like, hell yeah, I'm out of here. And then you're like, crap, I'm either like packing up to go home. Like I had a few days, but then I was like getting ready for my marathon, and I'm suddenly home, and I'm like, crap, like
I have a lot to do.
I was like, I'm home for 6 days and I'll be back. So it just ends very fast, and I'm like, I haven't even had a second yet to be like, we are done.
Exactly.
Because biochem starts up in 2 weeks, a week and a half at this point.
I'll
so.
see you there, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, this is weird. This is like definitely like college is both like everything I expected and nothing what I expected all at the same time. Like I just, it's I you never know what you're gonna get, but then you also enjoy what you do get. But then you also have crappy experiences, but then you have good experiences. I guess like
I guess an interesting way of putting it. Did anybody have expectations coming into college? Because personally, I had like no expectations coming into college. It's just something I like did. I just like came to college.
Yeah, like I didn't know what to expect at all, but I was just like, I guess like this is what's happening. All right, let's go with this.
Yeah, no, I really don't think I had like that many expectations. Like I decided to go to Pitt because I felt like they wanted me the most. Pitt does a really good job at that. Like I came in excited to go to Pitt, and it was all right. You know, it's been all right the past couple of years. Last year was like okay. This year's been pretty good. So
good.
Yeah.
I'm glad it got better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm glad it got better.
Without a doubt.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
But you know what? Whose situation got significantly worse?
Don't say it, please. We're
not gonna talk about
this. Please don't say it. Please don't. Oh wait, are you saying Man City?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Addison. I thought you were talking about Jordan Addison.
I thought he was talking about someone completely different.
I thought Jacob was talking about someone completely different too.
He's actually
Raj. I think we were on the same page.
We're gonna screw around that one.
Jake,
yeah. So Man City. Yeah.
City. Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay, that Champions League tie might have been. It's up there with like the Barca PSG. It might have been the best I've ever seen. Real Madrid, Man City. Wow, what a semifinal. Okay. First game we had at the Etihad in Manchester. You have like the most back and forth. Well, actually, the first half City just absolutely dominated. Probably the most dominant half of a team I've ever seen. Sans all the goals. I mean, they had two. They didn't have a huge lead going into it. They missed so many chances. They just kept going at Madrid's defense the entire time. They dominated that. But whenever City scored, Madrid replied instantly. So the final score was 4-3. City, that was not good for City. Going with only with a 1-goal lead and no away goals anymore. Not good for the aggregate. Just not good for City at all. And I mean, that really showed today with the game where City actually they got a goal. So it was 5-3 on aggregate going into like the 90th minute, and Rodrigo scores a goal. Beautiful assist by Benzema. And then so we're at the 90th minute. It's 1-1. City still going through. 90 plus 1. Rodrigo scores again off a beautiful header. It's 2-1. We're going to OT. It's 5-5. Like, I thought Madrid were done. I thought Madrid were done. City had it. They were finally going to win the Champions League for the first time ever, but they're a failure. Like, them and PSG, they have all this money. No, you're not winning the Champions League. Sorry, money can't buy you that. And Madrid, I don't like Madrid, but they are the greatest club of all time. 13 Champions Leagues, like, you can never count them out, especially in that tournament. They are insane. So they go into OT. Benzema gets a penalty, easily places it, gets the goal, and Madrid go on to win the game. And now we're facing Liverpool in the Champions League final, a rematch of the 2018 final. Liverpool looking to get revenge, looking to get the quad. It's going to be hard with City now only in the Premier League. So they're going to focus and try to get that trophy. So it's going to be hard for Liverpool, but it's possible. The quad is possible, and if they win it, they'll be known as the best team of all time. This 2021-22 Liverpool team will be known as the best team of all time, winning the quad, which has never happened before. So, Jacob, as a newly titled Liverpool fan, how are you feeling right now?
First of all, I'd like to make it known that my aunt's been a Liverpool fan for the past several years, and I also decided to go to Chelsea first, and I was told that's a very bad decision, so I decided to go consult with my aunt, and I'm now a Liverpool fan. They were really scaring me in the Villarreal game. That was way closer than I would have liked. Then, they poured it on. They won the game. Obviously, Luis Diaz came in, was pretty good for us. Isn't he Colombian?
Yes, he is. For my mom's country, he's my favorite player right now.
Yeah, so he was fantastic. You got Mo Salah, Sadio Mane. They're going to continue to do their thing. Trent needs to work on his defense desperately because that one header, he barely even made an attempt. I don't think he made an attempt to jump. So I think that they can get the quad. Premier League is definitely going to be the most difficult. They got to play Chelsea in the FA Cup final, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that should be. I think we should win that. My friend Calvin is a Chelsea fan, so he will be disappointed. And then yeah, I mean this Champions League finale. Even if Man City had made the finale, they still would have had to play Liverpool, and Liverpool's going to win. So
I don't know. It's going to be a good final. It's going to be a good final.
De Bruyne would not have done anything, Andres.
I can't agree with that statement. De Bruyne is the best midfielder in the world, probably. So it's gonna be a great final. Like Real Madrid Liverpool will be great. We have the FA Cup final, gonna be a fun one too. Liverpool Chelsea always gives us fun matches, and then the Premier League title race is just fun to watch. And then gotta plug Serie A real quick. AC Milan, top of the table. We got 3 to 4 games left. Just gotta hold on to that lead, and this will be our first title in 11 years. So just gotta hope. We got a lot of stuff going on in the soccer world. And then after the season ends, we have the CONCACAF Nations League, which is international soccer, little league they got going, and El Salvador will be playing the U.S., and it'll be a fun time.
Is Serie A like a competitive league at all? Like AC Milan is the number 1 team in Serie A, right?
At the moment, yes. Up until last year, Juventus just dominated. It wasn't really that competitive, but Inter won it last year, and now we actually have like a title race. Before, Juve would clinch the title with like 8 game weeks left, whatever. But now it's competitive again, so it's fun.
Okay, because I was looking at the table for the group that Liverpool was in for the Champions League, and AC Milan was at the very bottom, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So we have been down in the dump up until just past few years. We've had a rebuild. Stefano Pioli came in, started getting new players, and our team finally started clicking. Before, after the 2014 season, we wouldn't even make the Champions League. We wouldn't even make Europa League. We'd just be in the league, and we'd still finish middle of the table, not qualifying, years of mediocrity, and just poor soccer. And finally we qualified for the Europa League in 2017, and didn't really do much there. Then last year we finished second, qualified for the Champions League for the first time in 7 years. So that was nice. And this was our first time in the Champions League back since then. And I didn't really have expectations. It was the group of death. It would have been nice to finish third, which I thought we were, but we're in a rebuild still. The fact that we qualified is nice. We clinched it again. Just got to win this Serie A now because that's all we got left. Win that, and then we're going to make some good transfers this summer, going to get some good players, and hopefully we're competitive in the Champions League next season.
Who's the best player on AC Milan? And who's the best player in Serie A?
It's hard to say a best player because I'd like to say our center back Tomori has been very good. Our youngster Kalulu has been also very good. We got a lot of new young players coming on the scene. Rafael Leao, love that man. He's a baller. Like, it's hard to say our best player, but we just got a bunch of good guys. Like, that's which is what a team is, and I like that.
Yeah. Cool.
So fun stuff ahead in the soccer world.
Yeah. So I picked a Premier League team, like a favorite soccer team. So you guys gotta also have to pick a team. So yeah, it's Raj, Peter, Justin. It's your turn.
Listen, there's a lot going on in the sports world right now, so I don't have the energy to get invested. The NFL draft just happened, and my brain is still going around like that. The NBA playoffs, I have my 2 favorite teams are still alive. I mean, the Sixers, they're probably not alive. They got bodied twice in a row, but we don't have our MVP. He's coming back for game 3 and 4, so we'll see if we can make some noise there. Yeah, he is.
Oh.
I mean, wow. It's pretty much, the worst kept secret. I think the Sixers are trying to draw it out so the Heat don't expect it, but he's coming back. But and the Suns are still in right now, so there's a lot more in the sports world I care about, and in track and field is the World Championships are in June, and some of the qualifying is starting soon. So for my interests, I could care less about soccer right now.
My sister has been trying to get me on the soccer wave for so long. And, because she was always a Real Madrid fan for, the longest time. But then that's the thing. It's, she was, hyping them up so much. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm, kind of getting into it. And then all of my friends who, also, actually follow soccer, they were like, why are you a Real Madrid fan? I'm like,
you're the worst.
They're like, you're the worst. Whatever. I'm like, Okay, I'm just not following soccer now because I have no idea what to think.
Well, hey, you're living with me now. Soccer's going to be on every weekend.
Exactly.
You have to prepare for that. Yeah, I mean, I would say if you do want to get into it, the Premier League is definitely the most accessible league. It's your coverage is everywhere. I mean, it's just fun to watch. Like, I'm not a fan of a specific Premier League team, but I watch it every weekend because that's my fantasy league. It's for the Premier League, and yeah, I would definitely recommend getting into it. Yeah, it's the Premier League's fun to watch.
Who was the first pick in your fantasy draft?
This year it was De Bruyne. I want to say
De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Isn't he a redhead?
Yes, he is. He's redhead.
I thought he was blonde.
Well, it's blonde, redhead, like
strawberry blonde.
Xavier casual.
Somewhere in that mix.
Casual.
Yeah, he's
You don't know what's
somewhere
going on in soccer world.
Unbelievable. Alabama
Ridiculous.
education right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I guess like before we head out, just a lot of exciting things on the horizon in terms of like content related. Like we've got the MCU just been like pushing out crazy. I mean, we just had Moon Knight just recently ended. Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness. When you guys are listening to this, we will have already seen it.
Except for me.
Yeah, except for Jacob. And then, so yeah, today's Wednesday when we're recording. So tomorrow, Andres, Raj, and Peter are going out to see it together, and I'm going separately to come back home. And then we'll probably have an extra cycle coming out, which is super exciting. And then some other Marvel series are dropping soon. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series is dropping really soon. There's a couple of music albums coming out soon.
Kendrick!
We will be discussing that. We have Kendrick dropping. Bad Bunny, I believe, is dropping tomorrow. I believe we have a Young Thug album coming in. Future just dropped. Like, it's a good year for music. It's a good year.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff going on.
And the sports right now are really good. Like I said, NFL draft just happened. It's been a busy time, but it's exciting coming into the summer. Hopefully we can put out a lot of fun podcast content in the coming weeks now that we kind of got more of a normal schedule without moving around and trying to get good grades on finals. So, does anyone have anything before we sign off for the day?
Think I'm good.
You're good? All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Sorry for the 2-week break. Hopefully it gave you guys some time to catch up on some other episodes. I know Raj and I, Secret of Dumbledore review, caught a lot of you, so I don't know if that was y'all or not, but like go check it out if you haven't already. Stay tuned. I think we will be dropping a Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness trailer as soon as we possibly can after watching it, because we will have a lot to talk about with that movie. We might talk about Moon Knight as well, so stay tuned for some future episodes. Go make some tier lists, send them to us, and other than that, we will see you next time on the Washed Athlete Podcast.
All right, peace out.
Go Bengals, go Eagles, go Kenny Pickett.
Let's go!